There is one email marketing mistake I notice in every e-commerce brands I audit, and it's the reason why open rates stay low, campaigns underperform, and sales don't scale the way that you expect them to. This mistake is simple, and it's just treating your list as one whole big audience and not actually segmenting your list. So this whole video is about segmentation. I'm gonna show you how to segment your list, what segments to use, and how to implement everything in Klaviyo. So just enjoy. Okay, guys, so this is the ultimate guide to email segmentation, and this course is, or this little guide is specifically for e-commerce brands. I wanted to make this video at this time because BFCM is coming up, and if your list is not warmed up, you're like at a huge disadvantage, and we don't want that. So yeah, let's just get directly into it. Why is segmentation that important? Um, Without segmentation, you're basically just losing money and like risking your sender reputation. Like that's the rule. That's like email marketing 101. And this is like a little segmentation equals better deliverability. Like more emails in the inbox, that means more opens, that means more revenue, and less unsubscribes and a better domain reputation. So a cleaner list will always make more money than a list that's like just full of inactive profiles. And email marketing is a long-term play. So if you're just like you're ruining your domain and sending to a whole list because you see that little jump in revenue or like that little extra whatever, depending on your AOV, then it's no longer that. It's just like a short-term money grab, and then like you're sure to just ruin everything because you want a little more revenue, which doesn't make sense for any business to do so. Segmentation also allows for like smarter insight, like marketing, because you can see like exactly who your customers are. Klaviyo and every ESP is is more than just like an email marketing service provider. It's actually like a data um analyst basically. So you can see who your top customers are, who's calling off, who's like ready to buy again. And this right here is actually a stat from Klaviyo. It's like a report for Klaviyo. So, highly segmented emails have significantly better open and click-through rates compared to unsegmented lists. Specifically, average open rates are almost double for segmented lists. And here you can see it's like 16% versus 10%, and these are extremely low numbers. Like these are like, wow. You should be aiming at least like 40%. And I just talked about this, like about how Apple's privacy settings and everything just like inflated open rates a lot. So if you're seeing like 40%, that actually means it's like 25%. So you should be at least like seeing like 50% or something. And click-through rates are also higher for segmented emails. So 2% versus unsegmented, which means like they're 2% higher, not 2% click-through rates. So what segments you should implement, and this is what the whole video is about. And I'm also, like I said, going to show you how to implement everything in Klaviyo. So this video will be very actionable. You shouldn't grab a cup of coffee or anything. So with every segment, I advise you to just go in Klaviyo and actually apply it. I'm gonna go through 9 segments, and like I said, we go through how to set them up in Klaviyo. We also go through like what to send them and when to send these people emails, or like what flows to combine them with and everything. And if you have an email system right now, in like this video will hugely improve your system. And if you don't, then this guide is a must if you want to have any sort of like successful email marketing system. So yeah, just let's start basically. Segment one. This is like email marketing 101. This is the engaged 14, 30, 90 days, whatever lists. And its sole purpose just like target active users with the right campaigns. This is like the bread and butter of your actual email system. This is who you send campaigns to. This is who actually buys from you and everything. So like this segment will increase your open rates and achieve a much healthier system. It's like everything for your brand. And this is the definition in Klaviyo. So what someone has done or not done, opened an email at least whatever, like at least once, depending on what you want, like at least once in the last 30 days, and they can receive email marketing. So they're not suppressed. And you change it to 30, like 14, whatever days, and create these separately, of course. I'm pretty sure that the 14 and 30 days already comes with like Klaviyo syncing integration, like the basic one. So you're probably good. But create these other ones. So some best practices: stack engagement to control frequency. So For example, people with like who have opened an email in the last 14 days, you send them 3 campaigns to 5 campaigns every week, depending on what you use or what you send weekly. 90 days, you send them once a week. We do this to constantly update our segments and stack more revenue and increase our open rates as well. Um, Dynamic content blocks, so like reward recent engages or like warm up the colder ones. This is like using flows or like some targeted campaigns, triggering engagement flows after like 90 days of no opens, basically like a win back flow. This is just like a fancy way to say win back flow. Exclude cold users to protect your domain. This is obvious, so just basically suppress profiles who are not opening emails anymore. Or a pro tip, use SMS as a backup plan for these guys. So if they're not opening your emails, maybe their email account is not a service, like they just don't care about their emails, but they care about their SMS if they gave you that. So just send them that, and yeah, retarget them there. And maybe you engage them again with SMS. So the segments for that is like emails not opened in 90, 150, 180 days, plus phone number is now blank, so they give you the phone number. Also, try testing on based on time zones. Klaviyo lets you do this, and I'm pretty sure you already do so, not just behavior. Yeah. By the way, if you're running an e-commerce brand and you want a free Klaviyo audit or whatever ESP that you use, plus a free 3-month optimized strategy for the next Q4, just book a call with us down below. It's the first link in the description. You go ahead on my website and just claim your free audit. Segment 2 is VIP customers, and this like segment is sole purpose is just retain people and like increase your average order value and LTV as well. So this segment includes customers who placed orders at least 3 times. This depends on your brand. Maybe you have a crazy high ticket offer, and if they only bought once, then they're already kind of VIP, like 2 times, or spent over. In this case, I set 500 as like an average number, but of course it depends on your AOV. So choose a number that's actually logical for your store, and they're not suppressed. So this is the definition in Klaviyo. You can I'll probably like not probably but I'll link this guide in the description. I'll not go through like everything because there are some emails here as well. So just click that link and you can have access to this guide. um yeah, some best practices: send play checks emails from the founder. You can also create tiers like with profile properties and send exclusively early access emails to those people. So not just discounts, so like you actually give them some type of value like for these VIP people. Launch hidden collections, so like a very limited collection, like 100 items or something like that, and for these people and specifically reward with surprise gifts, not just announce promotions. People like surprises, you keep them engaged, so you keep like your top loyal customers engaged, so it's a good thing. And there is an email example, like I said. Click the link in the description and you can have access to this guide. Segment 3 is emailable subscribers. These are people who are not suppressed. These are people who you can actually email, profiles that are active and deliverable. Do like maybe do unsubscription or bounce or manual suppression. Sometimes you just people are not active anymore and you can send them emails, or you shouldn't. Customers who are in your main lists and are not suppressed for email. So if you have a big drop you send and you want to send to the whole list, at least send it to the active profiles so you don't completely ruin your domain. And this is the segment definition in Klaviyo. Where did it go away? Oh yeah. So just name it active list, like main list or main active list or whatever, and have these settings in place. Use this filter on every campaign or segment to prevent Klaviyo from trying to send to like unsubscribed users to basically like suppress profiles. This is also like a quick side note on how suppression helps you lower your Klaviyo bill or whatever ESP that you use. So Klaviyo charge based on like the number of actual active profiles. Therefore, suppressing profiles will directly lower, reduce your Klaviyo bill. So just follow these steps to do that. So yeah, bail suppression segments, and then just export and suppress. You go into the profiles segments, manage profiles, suppress profiles. This is just easy. You can do it. And like I said, also the guidance description, so it'll be easy for you to follow. Segment four is the unengaged list, and why we have this is to use it to win back some people. Why not have like a win back flow? Because sometimes you don't want to send the same thing. I'll go through this as well in the next couple of segments on like why we have segments for things that we could easily automate. It's because sometimes we don't want to send the automation email and actually want to. Sometimes you have a list that's like inactive and you just want to bulk win back it. I've never heard that, but just bulk send some win back emails basically. This is the definition in Klaviyo and some best practices. Yeah, so you bulk send them a win back flow. If you want to know how to do that, check out my flows guide right here. Um, I'll probably link this as well. If I forgot, just comment, please, flow guide or like flow guide, and I'll just link it in the comments. Offer some up down preferences, and this is usually what big brands do. If you try and unsubscribe, they have some options or like not unsubscribe from the whole list, but maybe opt down to like one email every month or like here or like two emails every month or like only opts for like big announcements or like big updates. Also export and retarget via SMS, which is the SMS backup plan that we covered just a little bit ago with the definition and everything. Segment, I think we skipped the segment. Yeah, segment five, abandoned carts, people who haven't purchased. So you might be asking, why should I create the segment if I already have a flow for this? Well, that's because the segment allows you to personalize campaigns. So, for example, if BFCM coming up and you don't have the people like you're not working with an agency and you don't have the time to just redo your whole flows and everything, you just create some little kind of separate thing for like 7 days and just send these people um, BFCM themed, like a Black Friday themed abandoned cart email. These are the type of strategies that will make your email system reach the next level. Like I said, revamping your flows is probably better. Not probably, it's much better. But like I know a lot of brands who don't have the resources or budget to hire people at the moment, and they don't have the time as well. So yeah, you just don't need to worry about editing flows at the moment. You can just turn them off for a period of time and turn them back on. Yeah, so this is how to set the settings in Klaviyo. Was one has done check out at least once in the last 2 days. If you're a small brand, you probably also don't have this metric right here. And I think I have a guide, or maybe I did go through it in this guide on how to add it. This metric is very important, and it doesn't come with the default Klaviyo integration. Like almost every brand or client that I work with, and they already have a Klaviyo account set up, even if they have been in the business for like 2 years, they still don't have this metric set up, which is crazy. And yeah, someone has placed all the zero times over all time. Some best practices just use like based on couch value, so less than $50. This also depends on your AOV. If they spent less than, not spent, but like they have an order of less than $50 in their cart, then use some urgency copy. Between 50 and 200 reviews plus benefits, of course, this should be based on your brand, not these numbers in specifically. If you like sell hand bands, like plastic hand bands that are really cheap, then you just try and bundle it up or something. Just, of course, use your brain, like use your marketing brain. You've already got to this point. So, and layer SMS into the flow for unopened emails in 4 hours. So basically, just an SMS backup plan for this specific segment. Segment six is one-time buyers. So convert first-time buyers into loyal customers. Same question: why not use a post-purchase flow? Why do I have to have this segment? Well, because sometimes you need to send campaigns to these people. Like, for example, you have a product launch, and you already gave crazy perks to that VIP list. Now give some less crazier perks to this one-time buyer list. So This is the segment definition in Klaviyo and some best practices like predicting like next purchase using Klaviyo recommendation blocks, or also like Black Crow. Depend like for big businesses, sometimes you go and you see they have segments based on like creative IDs and Black Crow AI and everything. But that's like probably big budget and depend. Maybe if you're watching this video and you have a big budget, you can do that as well. And also survey these customers on why like they did not buy again. So quizzes and surveys are also an amazing. They're amazing for your business, not just email marketing. So this also helps your business in general. Segment 7. These are repeat buyers, people who have bought from you more than once. Purpose of this segment is to increase AOV and lifetime value. This is same case on one-time buyers like on the why now create, not like one I have it as a post-purchase experience or flow. This is the little difference in segment definition. So just do is greater than one instead of equals one. Best practices to upsell like through smart bundles. This, like I said, you should have system in place for your ecom brand for like upsells and things like that. So you should just apply that here and recommend what others also bought. Use some like UGC, like why reviews and why people bought and buy again, and like why they buy for their family, like their friends, close people, whatever. Show product usage tips or like reduce returns and increase satisfaction so people know exactly what they're getting. You'll deal with less refunds. So this is why email is so great. It's not like just a market employee, it's also less headache for your business as a whole. And trigger referrals, like I said, invite a friend and get $15 or whatever. Segment A, and this is the penultimate segment. This is like the segment before the last one. It's new subscribers. So why not create a welcome flow for these guys? Well, because you need to add some bit of spice and add some more personalization. So what's the purpose of this? Just to build trust and gather intent early. So with BFCM coming up, new subscribers should receive a look. I need you to actually create a welcome flow for BFCM. You can just be sending the same default flow that you have right now, because that will just have a big impact on your business. You can't just run the same pop-up form. You actually need to be a bit creative and have a Black Friday tailored pop-up form. This is the segment definition in Cloud. You probably already have this like new subscribers. You just have to keep it as like in the last 7 days and not just like a list that's named pop-up form and like it's people who submitted through your pop-up form. Segment 9 is recent buyers, which like I said, bro, this is like the purpose is just deliver personalized post-purchase experience, and it's kind of similar to repeat buyers and everything, but this is like recency buyers. So if someone bought in the last 2 days, they're much more likely to buy again. And if Christmas is close or something, then you just urge them to buy, not to like you send them a personalized campaign on why they should buy something for their friends or close people. So, oh, are you enjoying this product? Oh, just buy it for things like that. So it's basically just recency bias. Delay next promotion by 7 days to avoid buy remorse as well. So you can just send the same marketing campaign, like and try to upsell someone literally like one day after they just bought, and the product hasn't even been delivered. So send users guides or FAQs based on product category. So just answer their questions so they're less likely to issue a refund. And like I said, you have a more comfortable business, and maybe ask for UGC as well. So basically, your customers are helping you instead of like paying big creators. Of course, you have, if you have to do that, then you have to do that. But yeah, just maximize efficiency for your whole marketing strategy. Just share your photo with our brand product for a chance to win something, and then you have a lot of people talking about your product in social media and things like that. So yeah, this will be easy for your social media marketing team as well, so they can just repost some Instagram stories or like some tweets or like some YouTube videos, whatever. So yeah, be you just generate more revenue that way. Yeah, and that's it. That's it for this guide. Thanks for watching and not reading. I hope you got some value. And peace.